Okay, imagine you're a fisherman, right? Just doing your daily grind off the coast of Sicily, minding your own business. Suddenly, your sonar picks up something weird on the seabed. You dive down, expecting a rock formation or maybe some random debris, and bam. You stumble upon a 2,100-year-old Roman shipwreck stacked with hundreds of amphorae. Like, what are the odds? This isn't just a cool discovery, it's a time machine. And honestly, this might be the most cinematic real-life archaeology moment I've heard about in years. Let's unpack this. First off, why does this shipwreck matter so much? Well, the article calls it one of the most important underwater discoveries of recent years, which sounds like PR fluff, until you realize these amphorae were basically the Roman Empire's version of shipping containers. They were used for transporting wine, olive oil, grain, staples that kept their economy humming. But here's what fascinates me. This ship wasn't just carrying a random cargo. The Dressel 1A amphorae found here were a specific design optimized for long-distance trade. To me, this isn't just about wine. It's about logistics. The Romans were masters of supply chains way before Amazon Prime existed. This ship could be a tiny puzzle piece in understanding how they sustained an empire that spanned continents. Now, the guy who found it, Giacomo De Mola, described his heart stopping when he saw those amphorae. That moment? Pure human drama. But let's zoom out. How many undiscovered shipwrecks are still sitting on the ocean floor? I'd argue we've barely scratched the surface. The Mediterranean's basically a giant underwater museum, but most of it's locked away because deep-sea archaeology is expensive, dangerous, and slow. Yet here's a civilian stumbling upon a treasure trove. What does that say about the role of amateur explorers in uncovering history? Personally, I think institutions should be partnering with fishermen, divers, and even hobbyist treasure hunters more often. They're the ones with boots or fins on the ground. And let's talk about the ship itself. 21 meters long, that's like 60 feet. Not huge by modern standards, but for a 2nd century BC vessel, that's a workhorse. These ships were the semi-trucks of antiquity, hauling goods across treacherous waters. But here's the kicker. If this ship sank near Sicily, it was probably navigating one of the busiest trade routes of the time. Sicily was Rome's breadbasket, right? So was this vessel bringing supplies to feed the empire's growing population, or taking luxury goods back to the elites? I'd bet it's both. The amphorae might have been filled with Sicilian wine on the outbound journey, then loaded with olive oil from Spain on the return trip. It's like the ancient version of a cross-docking logistics hub. But wait, why did this ship sink? Storm? Overloading? Sabotage? We might never know. And that mystery? That's what makes history addictive. Every artifact is a clue in a 2,000-year-old cold case. What this wreck really highlights, though, is how fragile globalization has always been. Rome's economy was hyper-connected, trading goods and ideas across thousands of miles, until a single storm, pirate attack, or structural failure could erase a ship like this from existence. Sound familiar? Today, we rely on container ships that carry 90% of global trade. One Suez Canal blockage, and the whole world freaks out. Some things never change. So here's my closing thought. This shipwreck isn't just about the past. It's a mirror for the present. It shows us that human systems, trade, commerce, cultural exchange, are built on precarious foundations. But it also proves that when something sinks, it doesn't disappear. History has a way of resurfacing when we least expect it. Which makes me wonder, what other secrets are hiding in the Mediterranean's depths? And more importantly, who's going to find them first? A scientist, a fisherman, or maybe someone watching this video right now?